In New York, before 2010, people had to provide proof of marital fault at trial. Adultery even required a jury trial, increasing the cost and length of the process. A separation agreement, valid for a year or more, was a more straightforward alternative. This agreement is a legal contract between a married couple agreeing to live apart. It must contain required terms and be notarized. Especially casual, handwritten notes or email agreements aren't enforceable. The agreement serves to formally divide assets, debts, and responsibilities to ensure fairness. It can also address child-related issues like custody, visitation, and support. Although courts cannot alter property-related terms, child-related provisions can be revisited for good cause. Separation agreements in New York don't expire and remain valid if properly drafted and notarized. However, they can be converted into a divorce after a year. While not necessary, filing with county clerk is advised to avoid loss or accidental destruction. Before 2010, separation agreements were a path to divorce. However, with New York becoming a no-fault divorce state in 2010, separation agreements became less critical. Previously, divorce required proof of abandonment, adultery, cruel treatment, incarceration, insanity, or living under a separation agreement for a year or more, with no-fault divorce. Now, the most effortless method, the focus shifted to child issues and property division, making separation agreements less necessary. Nevertheless, separation agreements retain their usefulness in certain instances. For some, their religion may prohibit divorce, making separation a better choice. In such cases, religious divorces might be difficult to obtain, despite New York law requiring parties to a divorce to remove all religious barriers to remarriage. Health insurance is another reason. Federal law states that post-divorce individuals can't be on each other's health insurance. However, if a spouse's health condition requires continued coverage from their partner's plan, a separation agreement allows this, provided they don't divorce in the future, but caution is needed. Even if separation is preferred over divorce, the agreement can still lead to a divorce after a year under New York law. To prevent conversion into a divorce, the agreement needs to be carefully drafted. For more advice on choosing between separation and divorce, contact Port and Sava at 516-352-2999. We're here to help you transition into the next phase of your life.